Tell whether the graph is linear, quadratic, or neither. If it is quadratic, identify the vertex, the axis of symmetry, and whether it opens upward or downward. First of all, recall that if a graph is linear, then its graph is a straight line. Secondly, recall that if a graph is quadratic, then its graph is a parabola. A parabola is a U-shaped graph like the one that we see here. And since the graph is a parabola, that means that the graph is quadratic. So for part 1, the correct answer is C, quadratic. Part 2 asks us to determine the coordinates of the vertex. The vertex is either the lowest or the highest point of the parabola, depending on whether the parabola opens up or down. In this case, our parabola opens in an upward direction, and therefore it has a lowest point. The lowest point is called the vertex. So we identify this lowest point, that is called the vertex, and we need to determine its coordinates. So look carefully at the x and the y axis and notice that the scale is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the origin we need to go 2 to the left and 3 down. So the coordinates of the vertex are -2 and -3. So the coordinates of the vertex are -2 and -3. -2 is the x coordinate and -3 is the y coordinate. Make sure that you write this as an ordered pair using parentheses. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line that divides the parabola in half. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line that goes right through the vertex. We want to draw a vertical line that goes right through the vertex, and notice that it divides the parabola into two halves that mirror each other. This is called the axis of symmetry. Now notice that every point on the axis of symmetry has an x-coordinate of -2. So the equation of the axis of symmetry is x is equal to -2. So the axis of symmetry is x is equal to -2. Does the parabola or does the graph open upward or downward? Well, we already mentioned that it opens upward. So if a parabola opens upward, it looks like this. If a parabola opens downward, then it looks like this. Our parabola is opening upward, so upward is the correct answer for part 4.